Rogerio Bontorin and Manel Kape in the flyweight division. Betting odds, wow, Manel Kape at minus 220, was at minus 230 at one point. Money's kind of gone back in on Rogerio Bontorin. Odds go to a decision are plus money. So most people saying the fight is not gonna go to a decision. Do I think the fight is gonna go to a decision? It's tough. I do. I think the fight will go to a decision here. I know Manel Kape has that finishing power, and I know Rogerio Bontorin has been knocked out before. I mean, Kape France knocked him out, but that's Kape France. That is one of the guys besides Manel Kape, that is one of the most powerful guys in this division. Never been knocked out besides that. I know he's been knocked out before, but Manel Kape is a very patient fighter. He's not a guy, he has power, he can go out there, he can let loose, and he can knock you out with the one punch, left hook, flying knee, right hook, left hook to the body. I mean, whatever the case may be, he can land anything, a head kick, and he can knock you out if he's really looking to do it. I mean, he's very, very tentative. I mean, in his fights with Alexandre Pantoja, Matheus Nicolau, he did not throw enough volume. And then finally, when he started to let his hands loose against Odi Osbourne, against Zhalgo Zhumagulov, he knocked him out. First shot knockouts in both of those fights near the end of the round. So he's kind of tentative early on, and then he finally started throwing towards the end of those first round and got the knockout. So again, he needs to go out there with the game plan that I need to start throwing. I need to start throwing big shots and look for that knockout. Rogerio Bontorin needs his game plan to be very tentative, stay on the outside, go inside, in and out, in and out, in and out on the striking, and have Manel Kape play that countering role for a little bit, get frustrated, then start throwing bombs. That is where Rogerio Bontorin needs to mix in those takedowns. He's the far superior grappler and wrestler. Not the best wrestler, not the best grappler, or anything like that. But he was out-wrestling, out-grappling Kape France in their fight, which is definitely saying something. Because Askarov was not actually out-wrestling Kape France as much as Rogerio Bontorin was in their fight. So I think this is a lot closer of a fight than the betting odds do suggest, given that Manel Kape is not as good of a wrestler and grappler as Rogerio Bontorin. And Rogerio was able to kind of out-wrestle Kape France in their fight until, he got knocked out. But again, it was the same thing. Eventually, Kai got back up on the feet, landed the big shots, and won the rounds. I mean, I think Manel Kape will do the same thing. There will be grappling, there will be wrestling mixed in. Rogerio will land a few things like that, but the takedowns are not going to be as big as the big shots that Manel Kape is landing. If you look at the rule book for MMA, first thing comes first is significant striking, significant grappling. And if Rogerio Bontorin is just taking the fight down and holding him there, the shots that Manel Kape is landing on the feet, the harder shots, the huge shots that he's landing, are going to be worth more to the judges than the takedown and holding down on the ground for Rogerio Bontorin. So, it's possible Rogerio could do the Aljamain Sterling game plan and just kind of hold Manel Kape for this whole entire fight. I don't think it's going to happen. Manel knows that's the game plan of Rogerio. He's going to be preparing for the game plan of Rogerio. He'll keep the fight on the feet for the most part. And I got Manel Kape winning this fight by a decision.